In order to investigate closer, I've just sort of lifted the sinew or catgut or whatever it is off this arm, and it was loose because presumably where that string had been underneath it had pulled out, and you can see there's quite a reasonable shoulder to bind a string onto, but it also makes me wonder how this is tied and what it actually is. Is it catgut? Is it artificial sinew? I mean, I do have sinew, so I could make up a new skein. The one thing I said I wouldn't do was to fiddle with the skein, but I think I might untie it because it does seem a rather random arrangement. So what I could do is replace that skein with just a skein of rubber thread or something to make it lower powered and allow me to experiment more safely. We'll see. The other thing, in order to do that and see better, I might just take out this wedge and lift this section off the stock. Now we'll support the two end pieces on a block of wood, bit of leather over there, and give it a bit of a tap. Yeah, I think that might just have moved it a whisker. So working on the skein, this knot was incredibly loose, so I don't really mind unpicking that, because this binding's all a bit of a mess really. And is it part of the skein, or is it just something to hold the end of the string on? Also, what's this material? Is it actual catgut? Or is it just something someone's nicked off a tennis racket? See, we've got two ends. There's a funny knot here as well. It's not even a knot, it's just twisted around. No, I've got the frame moving now. Let me see if I can get my fingernail into that gap. What I did is I supported the ends here on a piece of aluminium bar in the vise like that, and then tapped on the back of the frame with my brass drift. It started moving now. I'll carry on and ease that off. Yeah, once that started moving it came off quite easily. I just wonder if these are very slightly tapered, but I can get it, I can unscrew all this now, separate the trigger mechanism. I wonder if they're slightly sprung inwards. But yeah, it's all a lot more accessible now. And I can play with making up a string that would fit across there. So I can show you what I meant. So the string might have sat like that. That knot could be in the actual correct position, with these threads bound round in a similar manner to those. Yeah, I can have a good look at it now. I can investigate that thread pitch, I can get at the trigger mechanism better. Oh, it has actually it's got an intermediate part. There's a usual rolling nut, but this actually acts as a sear into that, this intermediate piece with the sight on it, and then this trigger locks into there. All seems a little overcomplicated almost. And there was a note saying the thread onto this was a bit sloppy. And also the thread attaching this. So it's obviously been taken apart. Endless hours of fun tinkering with that. There we go.